You're sitting there, staring at this screen, and your jaw is tight. Your heart is doing that heavy, slow thumping because you just let someone, again, tell you who you are supposed to be. You nodded, you smiled that fake plastic smile, and you felt a piece of your soul just evaporate. You feel like a ghost in your own skin, a puppet whose strings are being pulled by people who don't even like the real you. You are being erased, my friend, and you're letting it happen. You think you're going crazy, my friend, but you're just being played. I used to be exactly where you are until I learned their dark secrets. I am here to wake you up. If your situation is uniquely complicated, drop your story in the comments. I read them, and I will break it down. But today, let's dissect the social sculptors who try to carve you into their image. This technique requires you to be incredibly lazy. You will do absolutely nothing, but very strategically. They use this trick because it always worked. But today their game ends. They will remember this day, and at the very end of this video, I will give you the one exact phrase that shatters their control permanently. Watch closely. Here is how they were taught to break you. I call it the identity grinder. Society is a machine designed to smooth out your sharp edges until you are just another identical pebble on the beach. They don't want you. They want a predictable unit they can control. If you are different, you are dangerous. If you are yourself, you are a threat to their comfort. So, they start the grind. The mechanism is simple. The law of the tall nail. In any group, the nail that sticks out gets hammered down. They use their collective weight to crush any behavior that doesn't mirror their own. They don't even know they're doing it half the time. It's a primal lizard brain reflex. They see your individuality as a bug in their system, and they are the antivirus. They call it belonging. I call it surrender. They want you to trade your soul for the warmth of the herd. To them, yourself is just an obstacle. They have a blueprint for how you should speak, what you should care about, and how you should react. If you step outside that blueprint, they feel an itch they have to scratch. And they scratch it by attacking your confidence. But before I give you the antidote, you need to see the trap in action. You need to recognize the face of the social sculptor. This isn't usually a stranger. It's the person who says they love you. It's the friend who just wants the best for you. It's the parent who knows you better than you know yourself. These are the most dangerous enemies because they have access to your inner walls. The sculptor doesn't use a sledgehammer. They use a needle. They poke. They prod. They use microshaming. It's that tiny sharp comment about your new hobby. It's the look they give you when you express an opinion that doesn't match theirs. It's the silence that lasts just a second too long after you speak. They are testing your resolve, waiting for you to flinch. They're building a cage out of your own desire to be liked. Every time you change your tone to please them, you add a bar to that cage. Every time you stay silent when they mock your interests, you lock the door. You think you're being flexible, but you're actually just being dismantled. They are erasing the you and replacing it with a version that is more convenient for them. Listen to their script. It always sounds the same. They will say, "You used to be so much more fun before you got into topic." Or they'll say, "I don't know why you're acting so different lately." Translation: you are becoming harder to control and I don't like it. They use your past self as a weapon against your current self. They want the old you back, the one who was easier to ignore. And then comes the ultimate gaslight. You've changed. They say it like it's a crime. They say it with a sigh or a disappointed shake of the head. They want you to feel guilty for evolving. They want you to feel like you've betrayed them because you stopped playing the role they wrote for you. This is the moment most people break. They apologize. They shrink. They go back to the cage. The next weapon in their playbook is the shame shiver. They look at your shoes, your phone, or your coffee order like it's a pile of garbage. Are you really going to wear that? They ask with a smirk. They don't actually care about your clothes. They care about your reaction. They want to see you squirm. They want to see you apologize for having a preference of your own. Then there's the fake concern, the empathy Trojan horse. They say, I'm only saying this because I care about your reputation. No, they don't. They care about their own comfort. By framing their attack as help, they make it impossible for you to get angry without looking like the jerk. It's a genius trap, my friend. They are stabbing you with a knife wrapped in a bandage. Time to fight back. The first move is the ghost stare. When they drop one of those helpful insults, stop talking. Do not blink. Look directly into their eyes for 4 full seconds. Say nothing. Most people can't handle 4 seconds of total silence. They will start babbling to fill the void, and in that moment, they lose their power and reveal their insecurity. Understand this. They are social parasites. They feed on your explanation. They expect you to say, oh, well, I just thought. Or, it's because. The second you start explaining, you have already lost. You are treating them like a judge, and yourself like a prisoner. Stop giving them evidence to use against you. You don't owe them a map of your mind. The easiest way to win is to be the most boring target in the world. I call this the Grey Rock Protocol. When they try to mold you, give them nothing. No emotion, no anger, no defense, just one-word answers. Okay. Cool. Sure. If they can't get a reaction out of you, they will eventually get bored and find someone else to sculpt. Be as interesting as a stone. You need an identity firewall. These are the parts of you that are non-negotiable. Your values, your weird hobbies, your time. Draw a line in the dirt. Decide right now what you will never apologize for again. If they step over that line, you don't argue. You simply don't move. You are a wall. They are just the wind blowing against it. Then there is selective deafness. This is pure psychological gold. They say something insulting, and you simply continue the previous conversation as if they said nothing at all. You literally do not acknowledge the sound. It makes them feel invisible. It shows them that their opinion didn't even register as noise in your world. Fair warning, freedom isn't free. When you stop being malleable, people will get angry. They will call you difficult, arrogant, or cold. Good. Let them. Their anger is just proof that their old tools aren't working anymore. If you want everyone to like you, you will never be yourself. Pick one. Popularity or identity. You can't have both. Watch their faces next time they try to sculpt you. They use the social flinch. They raise their eyebrows. They squint. They look at you like you have a third head. It's a trick to make you feel weird. They want you to mirror their discomfort and change your behavior to fix it. Don't. Stay relaxed. Let them be the uncomfortable ones. The biggest mistake you make is what I call the jade trap. You justify, argue, defend, and explain. The moment you start jading, you're handing them the keys to your cage. You're saying, please approve of me. Stop asking for permission to exist. You don't need their signature on your life. You are the only authority here. To stop being molded, you must master the sunlight technique. Manipulators thrive in the shadows of subtext. They drop hints. They use looks. They imply things without saying them. Stop playing their game of guessing what they mean. Drag their hidden agenda into the bright, harsh sunlight. When they hint at something, force them to say it clearly. If they won't say it, it doesn't exist. You can stay in the room without letting the room stay in you. I call this social detachment. Imagine a thin, invisible layer of glass between you and them. Their words hit the glass and slide to the floor. You can hear them, you can see them, but they cannot touch your skin. You are an observer in their drama, not a participant. Deep inside you, there is an inner core. It is a small, solid white circle that they can never reach. No matter how much they criticize your clothes, your job, or your dreams, they are only scratching the surface. They are yelling at your shell. The real you is safe, silent, and untouchable. Visualize that core every time they start their sculpting. The turning point is now. You are no longer the clay. You are the architect. From this second forward, every choice you make is yours. If they don't like it, that is a them problem. You are not responsible for managing their disappointment. Let them be disappointed. Let them be confused. Their confusion is the sound of your shackles breaking. Watch for their final, desperate push. When they realize they are losing their grip, they will escalate. They will try one last massive guilt trip. They will say something like, "I don't even recognize you anymore." This is the highest compliment they can give you. It means you are finally becoming someone they can't control. The reward is a life where you wake up and your time is yours. Your thoughts are yours. Your style is yours. People will stop trying to fix you because they will realize you aren't broken. You're just finished. You are a completed work of art, and you are the only one who held the chisel. Silence becomes your peace, not your prison. My friend, I told you I am your ally in this war. But I won't lie to you. This path is lonely at first. You will lose friends. You will be the weird one at the table. But I would rather be a lion alone than a sheep in a crowd of butchers. Do not trade your soul for a seat at their table. It's not worth the price. Imagine the next time they judge you. Imagine they look at your life and say, "That's a mistake. You should do it my way." They are waiting for you to apologize. They are waiting for you to explain. They are waiting for you to shrink. Instead, you are going to use the WA-C audit. You're going to stop their heart with one question. And now, for those of you who stayed until the end, here is the master key. When they try to sculpt you, look them dead in the eye and say, "Why does it bother you so much that I am doing this?" Then, stay silent. Do not help them. Force them to explain their own toxicity. Watch them crumble as they realize they have no valid answer. The game is over. You are free. Now go out there and be yourself. No matter who's watching,